The Executioners will perform for you. They're awesome. All right, let me bring on my first guest. You know, it's Brenda on the HBO show 6 Feet Under, which I'm sure would be my favorite show if my parents would only get HBO. Here she is, Rachel Griffiths, everybody. I'm having one of those days, you know, where just like nothing goes right.
I'm so sorry.
I forgot the microphone. It's a television show.
But I'm here now.
Thank God. How are you?
Great.
You look great.
It's everything's different since the last time I was here.
It's been a while.
It's all grown up. You have a band now.
Yes. We got $20 more a week.
You got $20?
Yeah, we're really, it's a promotion, they call it.
You know, if you're not careful, they're going to start writing you an opening monologue.
Oh, God, please. No. That's more responsibility to get mic'd. You don't live here in New York, do you?
No, I don't.
You live in Australia and, what, LA?
Australia and LA and a little bit in England.
But correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like every time you're here in New York, and I know this from your last appearance on this show, it seems like monumental things in your life occur when you're in this city.
The last couple of times, that's true. You've done your research. Yeah, the first time I was on this show, I think it was that night or the next day. I think it was that night we got engaged. I got engaged.
That's fantastic.
It was like in the limo on the way.
Not a guy you met here in New York.
No, so. The limo driver, yeah. No, I was here with my then boyfriend, and after the show we were driving across the Brooklyn Bridge and he asked me to marry him.
So you got engaged when you were in New York?
Then we got married.
Right.
That was like February. That New Year's Eve we got married. We were back here, I think it was in February.
Right.
During that big snowstorm. Does everyone remember that, like, snowstorm of the century?
Yeah, yeah.
And Fifth Avenue was closed, Madison Avenue.
Everything was virtually at a standstill.
There was almost nothing to do.
Right.
Except, and then we got pregnant. In New York.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, so I'm a little nervous to come back.
Is it really like what I'm thinking? I mean, were you and the limo driver? Your boyfriend at the time, or your husband?
My husband.
Your husband.
No.
Were you just in the room, and really was it just one of those things? Well, there's just really nothing to do.
No, it's.
Let's just have sex.
That's a guy thing. That's such a guy. It was romantic. Like, you look out the window. We're at the Four Seasons. There was just like the snow.
The door won't open. You can't get out.
All day. We could have, but it was so cozy, and it was just such a it was like New York in one of those little snowstorms.
Right.
You know how I first kind of saw New York when I was a little girl.
It's a good streak of coming to New York, though. Yeah. Maybe something good will happen now that you're here.
I keep like looking up, hoping like nothing's going to drop out of a building and kill me.
Yeah,
no. What's the next big thing that can happen?
I know what the next thing is.
What?
You're pregnant.
No, I've been very careful this trip.
Oh, okay, good.
I have a baby.
Staying in the sun.
6 months old, so.
You mentioned your wedding you did on New Year's Eve.
I did, yeah.
And New Year's Eve, of course, is a night when everybody's boozing. A lot of
especially
booze
in Australia.
At weddings and Australia. Those three things, what sort of night was that?
No, it was a great night. I figured it was a really good thing to do because everybody's like, oh, what are we going to do New Year's Eve? And there's this huge kind of responsibility to have a great time. So I thought for our friends it would take care of a New Year's Eve, and everyone was so excited. I was like, great! We don't have to think about it.
Yeah, were you worried about people getting an early start, though, with New Year's and the drinking?
We were pretty careful. We had, the wedding itself was until 8:30, so people got to the party about 10, and they were pretty hungry. So we fed them really, really fast, and we had really classy wine and champagne and no hard liquor. And then after 12 o'clock, when we did the kind of brought in the new year, this big curtain opened, and there was this vodka bar.
People were jonesing for it.
And then everyone just kind of ran to the vodka bar.
So you got married first, you did the I do's, and then it was the countdown to the new year?
Yeah, we had a big Catholic mass, and then just this completely wild party, and that finished up about 5 a.m.
Wow.
It was a good night, and the great thing was that all the old people were still there, like 4 a.m.
Right.
We left at 4, and we're like goodbye, and I saw this old guy with his like third dessert, because I'd seen him earlier, and we had all these wonderful desserts and like really long jars with, you know, all these amazing things in it. And I said, you know, thank you for coming, and did you have a good night? And he said, oh, yes. He said, I haven't stayed up this late since the end of the Second World War. But that is a good party.
That is a good party. I want to mention your husband, Andrew, who I know is here. Andrew is what? He's some sort of an artist? He's a painter?
He's very much a sort of an artist, yeah. He's a painter.
And he painted something for your reception, where you had your reception, and explain it. It was the floor?
We had the reception, this amazing historic theater foyer, and there was this historic floor which we had to cover. And it's a big area. We had like 260 people at the wedding. And I hadn't seen him all week. We did that thing where you don't see each other, you know, to make it more intense and romantic. And he was painting a floor, and my production designer, I know it sounds like such a big star thing, but she's a friend of mine, and as a favor, she kind of got the theater ready for the wedding, and she asked him to make a black and white floor to cover this historic floor.
Right.
And I keep ringing him, saying, what are you doing? Are you having a good rest? He said, no, I'm doing the floor. Like 4 days later, I'm like, have you finished the floor?
Days before his wedding, he's sort of
working. He's like, the night before. I said, what? He's like, no, I'm still finishing the floor. I'm thinking, oh my God, it's just a black and white floor. Anyway, I walk in, and he'd done this amazing painting that's, you know, like 40 feet by 100 foot long. And he called it The Rite of Fertility, and it was kind of like an erotic Balinese dance floor.
Was there anything about this painting that people might have taken notice to?
Well, not immediately until I mentioned it in my wedding speech, and everyone kind of looked down and kind of spread so they could look at it, and it had all these kind of giant penises.
That's... On that note,
let's
take a look at the floor.
Oh, you have a photo.
You go.
There you
There's
go.
The photo. There's Andrew, your husband, there.
So as you can see, it's very it was very beautiful, and
who's the dude standing there? Who's that guy? What's his deal?
He's not doing very much work there, is he?
Yeah.
No, that's a friend of
what is that all over
husband's.
his pants? That was disgusting.
But it was a very bohemian kind of Midsummer Night's Dream wedding, and it was very...
I actually think it's a very cool floor.
It was a very sexy wedding.
Penis
Everybody
and all.
said it was the sexiest wedding they'd ever been to.
6 Feet Under, awesome show. Of course, about the family that runs the funeral home. Is there anything sort of just morbid about going to work?
No, well, I don't really deal with the death side. I'm not kind of embalming bodies, but it's pretty funny for those guys, because apparently now there's this huge waiting list from all the like top executives at Time Warner, and they all want to be a dead body, and like just like we get all these strange calls, like famous people want to play a dead body.
Really?
Yeah. We're like, well, you
like
can't
who?
Because you're famous. Like I heard.
Like Shaquille O'Neal call and say, I want to be one of the dead
like
bodies.
They're gonna know right away it's you, Shake.
Yeah. It's a great show. What's up with Brenda this year? She's still addicted to sex, by the way?
No, she's in recovery. I think she just, I think the great thing about our show is that it always moves around who's in jeopardy. And this season, Brenda's a bit like the rock of the season.
Right.
So
and is she going to get back together with Nate?
I'm not. I can't give that away.
Yeah, that's a good relationship.
It's like saying who's going to get whacked in the last episode of The Sopranos.
Oh, I could tell you. It's his cousin. He shoots him himself.
There you go.
Yeah. Can you hang out? All right, we'll be right back. Richard Schiff's going to come out. Rachel Griffiths will be here. Executioners, too, and that's Galactic.
Some schooling, see now, way down inside, but they know.